Last week, we pushed north along the wild coast of Vancouver Island, straight to the edge of the Pacific. But instead of a peaceful seaside escape, we walked right into one of the worst storms we've ever camped through. We had to evacuate to the Jeep and had a sleepless night of thunder, lightning, and chaos. At first light, we headed for Port Hardy, desperate for shelter, warmth, and a plan.
It's a new system coming in from the ocean that's getting closer and closer. So we are going to pack up the tent and probably spend tonight in the Jeep.
This week, we're leaving Vancouver Island and heading somewhere completely new. One of the Gulf Islands we've never explored before. We're hopping on the ferry, soaking in the views, and seeing what surprises this next stop has in store. New island, new adventures. Let's go see what we can find.
But this is making me happy. This is gorgeous.
So we had to seek refuge in a hotel yesterday.
Yeah. It's a good thing we did too, because we looked up the marine forecast, which we neglected to do. We do it in the winter, but we didn't really think to look it up. We were just going by the government, whatever, weather site, which said rain, but not the fact that there'd be gale force winds and thunder and lightning.
That was not on there.
No. So we looked up the marine weather, and it actually showed yesterday to be worse than the day that we were there. Don't know how that's possible, but that's the story behind that.
Yeah, we experienced about 65-kilometer-hour winds.
It could have been more than that.
And it could have possibly been more than that.
Yeah.
And yesterday the forecast was for 80-plus kilometer winds.
Yeah, up to 95.
Up to 95.
Yeah.
So, good thing we left and stayed the night in the hotel. Kept the Jeep in cheerful.
Yeah. Yeah, we're all refreshed.
Yeah.
And we're off to our next destination.
We'll be hopping onto a ferry. We'll see you there, I guess.
I'll see you there.
It was not a long day today.
No, but this is making me happy. This is gorgeous.
We are in such a stunning spot. I'm gonna turn you around right there. And we are camped right here. We're somewhat sheltered today.
For now, yeah, we'll see.
For now.
But I think gale force winds are coming to an end, so.
Yes, it's still gonna be a little bit blustery today.
Yeah, I think they said around 35, 40 kilometer winds.
Yeah.
35, and then dying down this evening.
So we'll make this work.
10 knots, so
Yeah.
18 kilometers.
18 kilometers. We'll make that work. That is pretty awesome. Super happy right now.
I'm surprised nobody's, like, there's a couple of people here. We were expecting it to be full.
Anyways, we're gonna set up, and then of course we're gonna show you around later. There's a lot to see around here. So we'll do that, and we'll catch up with you later.
Mountain range.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that is so cool. Glad we have a little bit of wind. It's not too bad, but the tent needs to dry out because it was still soaking wet from the other day. So hopefully that'll do it. We should have more firewood.
It's heavy walking in that long.
Also, check this out. This is so cool. Walking the plank out here. How beautiful is that?
This campground is full of little whimsical surprises. Little gnome houses, colorful painted rocks scattered everywhere, and driftwood fences and structures that give every corner personality. Campers from the past have even made up their own games, leaving stories and little treasures for anyone wandering by. You can't help but get lost in the fun.
Oh, it must be snakes and ladders. That's what that is. That is so cute.
So a couple of weeks ago, we got together with Harry and Michelle and we went out for a one-night camping trip. And we didn't film any of that, so we were just really hanging out. And Harry prepared, or he smoked at home in his smoker. He smoked some pork butt and he made pulled pork out of it. and then we threw it onto a taco, and it was absolutely delicious. So he gave us some of that with us, so we're gonna have that tonight. I made some guacamole at home. We're gonna throw extra onions on it, and then some cilantro, and we've got ourselves tortillas, and that's all gonna go on there, and it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be quick and just what we need, because it's been an amazing day so far. It's so relaxing here, very quiet, and we're gonna get dinner ready, and we'll catch up with you later.
I do a little bit more onion.
Want more onion?
Oh yeah, you were like in the shoulder. You don't forget. I won't see you.
It's okay. Good morning. What a beautiful morning. What a great night we had last night, sleeping back in our tent. And a relaxing day we've had yesterday. So, wow. That was pretty awesome. What a spectacular spot we're at. The sun is out. It's a little bit overcast in the distance, but I think that's going to clear up. We're going to have nice weather today. Tell you what, sleeping in our tent was a nice change after sleeping in the front seat of the Jeep for a night, and then in that hotel bed in the hotel that we stayed in. Might as well slept on a concrete floor. So our mattress was a nice change. What a good mattress. Anyways, I don't know what we're gonna do today. There is a nice hike along here that leads to a viewing platform, because apparently there's a rubbing beach for orcas here. So I think we're gonna hike out there today, and maybe a little bit further. That would be interesting to see. Apparently the orcas have just been seen on that beach, what, 3 days ago? We heard from another camper here. So only 3 days ago they were there. So with a little bit of luck and me getting my hair out of my face, we'll be able to see some today. So we'll take y'all on a hike out there. But as always, it is time for a coffee. So let's do that. Let's make a coffee, and then let's hang out together. We'll see you in a bit.
Up on the north side of this island, about a 20-minute hike from our camp through a beautiful bay trail, is a place known for something really unique: a rubbing beach. Here, northern resident orcas have been seen gliding into the shallows to rub their bellies and sides against the smooth, rounded pebbles below. It's a behavior that's as mysterious as it is beautiful. Researchers think they do it for a few different reasons. It might be social, a way to bond and play together as a pod. It could also be grooming, using the stones to exfoliate their skin and get rid of parasites. Some even think it's fun, that it simply feels good, like a spa day for whales. Because this behavior is passed down through generations, it's also thought to be part of their culture, a tradition that belongs to these northern resident orcas alone. We didn't see any whales while we were here, but just knowing what happens at this beach and standing where they've gathered for generations made it feel like a pretty special place.
The research station here for the beach. Watch the orcas come in. No orca rubbing today, but it's way windier here than it is around the tent overall, actually. So we're gonna go back, and I think it's time for some breakfast. Let's go eat.
Cook all those up, eh?
Yeah.
That's not the sizzle I wanted. That's a lot of sausages to cook up.
I'll cook tomorrow morning's breakfast then.
After a full day of exploring and soaking in everything this place has to offer, it was finally time to relax by the fire and cook up something we've been craving all day: burgers with melted blue cheese. Well, it's time to pack up and say goodbye to this whimsical little campground. We have loved every moment, from the creative little touches around the site to breathtaking sunsets and the soothing crash of the waves. Thank you so much for joining us on this adventure. If you've enjoyed our journey, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give us a like, and leave a comment. Your support means the world to us. Until next time, keep exploring, and we'll see you on the next adventure.